A Des Moines man is in jail after an investigation into a camera found inside of a porta potty. Police arrested 32-year-old Tyler Pavlik at an East Village apartment on Wednesday. KCCI's Marcus McIntosh spoke with the Des Moines Police Department about the disturbing incident. And Marcus, there could be dozens of potential victims here.
That is true, Bo, especially based on information that came into the newsroom rather late this afternoon. The Marshall County Sheriff's Office says Pavlik is also suspected of a similar case where a camera was placed in a porta potty at a cross-country meet hosted by West Marshall Schools. In Des Moines, he's facing 10 charges that include sexual exploitation of a child. Now, the camera was found at the Harvest and Handmade event that took place on October 4th. Police say the camera was recording for about 6 hours before someone saw it and called it in.
This is probably one of the worst that I've seen in the context of hidden cameras in 30 years in police work.
Des Moines Police Sergeant Paul Parizek says the nature of the crimes Tyler Pavlik was arrested for is very disturbing. The victims, some young children, were all recorded with a camera like this one going into and using the porta potty at the Harvest and Handmade Festival Saturday, October 4th. Police are trying to identify everyone who was recorded.
That's going to be the challenge for us moving forward, is getting the victims identified. And that's why we want people who are at the festival to reach out to our detectives.
Detectives found Pavlik with surveillance video.
The details are horrible, and they're very traumatic. And if this stuff got onto the internet, if we didn't find out who this person was, and if we didn't intercept these materials, and it got out on the internet and a victim finds out that way, that just compounds that trauma.
We spoke with a licensed mental health counselor who tells us those who are victims of this crime should not wait to get help.
It can lead to people having different levels of anxiety or panic. It can cause people to feel unsafe, could lead to, social isolation or withdrawal.
Zeideman says an important fact for the victims is not to blame themselves. Now, Des Moines police urge people when you're in public spaces to practice situational safety, looking around and making sure there's nothing out of the ordinary. Now, along with his charges in Des Moines, Pavlik cannot have any contact with children younger than 18. In Marshall County, 10 schools took part in the cross-country meet in September. They were all notified when the camera was found. We reached out to the schools. They have no comment. Pavlik has not been charged in Marshall County. We're live in Des Moines. I'm Marcus McIntosh, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Thank you, Marcus.